So hello everyone, we are live.
A very warm welcome and hello to all the students, teachers, mentors from Atal Tinkering Labs and everybody else who's watching us on YouTube live session today. I'm Dipali Upadhyay, representing the Atal Innovation Mission's Atal Tinkering Labs program, and here today to share a very, very important and special announcement with all our young innovators and their teachers and mentors. We're happy to share that today, after several months of your perseverance, efforts as innovators, and undergoing several programs during the marathon and post the marathon, with the student internship program, we are ready to announce the top 75 teams from the ATL Marathon 2021-22. I say 2021-22, and it seems like it's a long time back when we did this program, but that just shows how how long and intense this journey has been for students. You started with the ATL marathon where you participated in sending your innovation entries, and of course that itself being a 2 to 3 months journey where we hope that students have gone through the entire design thinking process as part of their innovation journey and submitting their innovation entries. But more than that, beyond the marathon as well, suppose the marathon, the top 400 plus teams went through a student internship program which was being done by several corporate partners from AIMS corporate collaborations, and also with AIMS Atal incubation centers. So a huge round of applause and thank you to all our partners who've helped us in delivering such a significant program, the student internship program. Many organizations came together. Few of them are here with me today in this discussion where we jointly celebrate these students and announce this, because I truly feel, and on behalf of Atal Innovation Mission, I should mention this, that we reach here only with the support of these significant key partners. There are many, many more who couldn't make it to this session today, but we have some very important partners with us today. We have with us Dr. Anjali Prakash, who's founder of Learning Links Foundation, who's joined us from USA, traveling all the way and also waking up early in the morning to be with all of us. So thank you so much, Dr. Anjali, for making that effort and being with us. And thank you to the entire Learning Links Foundation team for helping us and hand-holding the students and us in the entire journey of marathon and student internship program and many more initiatives that we do throughout the year. We also have with us Mr. Hemant Gadgil, who is Executive Director, La Foundation Dassault Systems, and he is a strong partner for the next phase. So the teams, the top 75 teams, students, you will be making it to the Seed the Future Entrepreneurs program under the Student Entrepreneurship Program umbrella, wherein you'll get focused mentoring and coaching over the next 8 to 10 months and helping you take your innovations to next notch. You would have done that in the student internship program, but you will take it to another notch above. And trust me, I've seen the students come out of the student entrepreneurship program. It is a very, very high value adding program, and I'm sure all of you will greatly benefit. So the bigger prize here today is that you will be eligible to participate in student entrepreneurship program that is being driven by Dassault Systems, and Hemanji is here representing the team. We also have Ms. Rimi Taneja, who's joined us from Capgemini. She leads and supports the CSR initiatives, and Capgemini has also been a very strong partner when it comes to student internship program, ATL adoption program, as well as the sponsorship and support to various initiatives within AIM. And the Atal Tinkering Labs program, let me say one more thing. All the students today, why it's even more special, today's victory. One, it is beyond 50. Every year you see there are 30 to 50 top teams. This year, because the marathon was launched in the year we were celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we felt that this year we should actually announce 75 in celebration of 75 years of India's independence. Hence, from 30, we have 75 top teams this year. It is a more than double jump. We could only achieve it with the support of all our partners who've very kindly supported in sponsoring prizes as well. So this time, after many, many years, we have prizes for students. We'll announce that in a bit. I'll leave some surprise element there for everyone. We have prizes for the top 75 teams, and we also have prizes for special categories, and I'll share that later with all of you. But like I said, the bigger prize here is that you get to go to the Student Entrepreneurship Program, which is a fantastic initiative and program for you to learn from and take your journey ahead as an innovator. So we have this great panel and team here with us who've helped us take this through. I want us to really benefit from them addressing all the students, all the ATL students, teachers, and mentors. Let me mention very quickly, we also have Miss Usha, also from Learning Links Foundation, and again supporting Dr. Anjali and the entire Learning Links Foundation team in various initiatives with Atal Tinkering Labs. With that, let me get started and hand it over to you, Dr. Anjali, for addressing everyone, all our students. Learning Links Foundation starts its journey with ATL students right from skilling and handholding and mentoring, and then goes on to encourage them for marathon entries and participation. Following that, to help us deliver the student internship program for many of our corporate partners. And of course, you do help in constantly encouraging students throughout the entire academic year, or rather the tinkering year, let me say that. So over to you, Dr. Anjali, for your words of wisdom. Ma'am, you're on mute. I think you're still on mute.
Now you can hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. Now we can hear you.
So, good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all the students, teachers, academicians, and all those who join hands to make this happen. It is so lovely to be here as part of this group. And I'm in the US for an ISTE conference on EdTech, but I would not have missed this for the world when Dipali asked me to join today. For me, it's really an honor to know how you young students are undergoing this journey. And I always tell every group that the actual journey is the true reward and not an award in isolation, because I have actually seen this happen. We have been associated with the Atal Tinkering Mission, with working with the Tinkering Labs, the students, right from 2017. So, you students are part of a legacy that you all are building for the nation. And therefore, I think this program is really, really special. And not only are you part of a legacy, but you are the inspiration and the ambassadors for many, many more teams to come, on this forum in the years ahead. So, congratulations for reaching here. And I think what is really, really special in this program is the kind of hands on immersive experience that you all go through as you all, proceed on this journey. And as Dipali rightly said, where you have gotten this far, you will see the transformation in the next leg in the SEP program. And I have been a first-hand witness to it, being a mentor of change. The first boot camp I remember, the first SEP program I remember, where we actually worked with the students, and I myself learned so much. The kind of experts who come and work with you, mentor you, guide you, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. So, reach out to it with both hands. And as I always say, enjoy the experience. Nothing like enjoying what you're doing. There's collaboration, there's communication, there's design thinking, there's opportunities to innovate. There is just so much opportunity here to take you to the next level, and enjoy and grasp it all is all what I would say. I've also had the good fortune of being a judge often for the programs that the students generate, and you all never cease to amaze. I think we are so very proud of you all, because the kind of small nuances that you all pick up now in your solutions is absolutely amazing. I also want to mention here the programs that we did for the with a focus for girls and for the girl students. That was another highlight for me, as I watched girl teams navigate through the process and really lead from the front. Also, the groups that have both girls and boys often bring a different flavor as well to the programs. Often people say I'm a little biased being a woman, but I think there is merit in all teams. But yeah, it's always good to get that mixed perspective to a solution. um, so I really feel that take on this opportunity, take this as part of a journey, and I congratulate each one of you for having reached here. And don't forget, you all are ambassadors. So it's not only about you doing what you're doing, but spread the word. We want the entire younger generation in India to be innovators, creators in whatever they do. You may not start an enterprise, you may do anything in life, but these skills that you are honing as part of this experience are acknowledged worldwide and coveted today. Uh, Tomorrow, I'm at a UNESCO conference which is happening in Malaysia. And the research studies still from 2014 till now are clearly showing that students who are going through this experience are evolving as lifelong learners and having a solution mindset to whatever it is that they may face. And I think we all have learned through COVID and beyond. The world is changing so, so, so rapidly. The new AI tools don't cease to amaze us. The kind of solutions you can provide using those, there is a whole new world out there. So just go out there, reach for the stars, and all the very best. And thank you, Dipali, for having me and getting me to meet all the other partners. Would look forward to meeting them in person and the students whenever the opportunity is there. So thank you very much. And at Learning Links, it is part of our vision to foster this in students of the country. And through this initiative, we are given multiple opportunities to do it. So thank you, everyone, and all the best. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you for those inspiring words. Let me say this to all students that not just your words, but you're also leading by example. You see a woman entrepreneur on the screen right now, someone who's speaking with experience, has built a huge team, and I would say a very high performing team. So kudos to that. I'm sure each of us, I'm also biased towards girls, let me say that. Each of us aspire to be a strong woman leader like you are. And all the ATL girl students, let me say this to you that LLF has been making significant efforts along with Dell as well as Capgemini. So the forum that you see here, Remy from Capgemini and the LLF team as well as Dell team, and Archana couldn't be here today, but even Dell team, they've been supporting girl student led initiatives, girl student focused programs for a very long time. And I'll share the statistics in a bit of our winners, and we'll realize that how and what impact that has created over the years. Starting with, a couple of years ago, where we would struggle and think we need to gear up more women or girl student participation in our competitions, to a stage where today the top 75 teams, let me reveal one small fact about it while we hold back the results for surprise. But the teams that have come out as winners, 55% are all girls teams. So that's a huge win, I would say, for girl students and for all these organizations that have put in significant efforts to make us reach that milestone. And these are the things that tell us that we have done something in the right direction. That, not just that there's participation, even with participation, they're scoring well, they're doing well, and they're reaching such heights that they are in the top 75. And I remember last year on Women's Day, I had called out to all young girl innovators to say that girls, let's make it a bigger than greater than 50% participation, and let's be in majority. And this year, I see that organically happening, that more than 50%, 55% teams are all girls teams. So thanks to all the efforts by partners and the girl innovators, for them being persistent, for them really participating well in this initiative, that today we have them as bright innovators who've won this challenge.
Dipali, I want to just add one thing
Yes, sure.
to all the youngsters here. I think today you have organizations like what Dipali mentioned and many more. I know we work with Dell, we work with IBM, we work with CGI, we have organizations on the dais today. I think this initiative is also creating that culture in the ecosystem where
Right.
organizations want to join and contribute to this new movement. I think
Right.
it's becoming a movement, and that is what excites me. So, all the young children here are now part of this movement pan India, and let's see to what heights we can take it. So, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, ma'am, for adding that. All right. So with that, I'll move to Miss Rimi. Miss Rimi, please share your thoughts and your words of wisdom with all our ATL students and teachers. Capgemini has been instrumental in handholding ATLs through the ATL adoption program. Lots of capacity building teacher training sessions have been taking place over the last couple of years, and I know it has made a huge impact where teachers feel more enabled in terms of leading the tinkering labs, and that has shown up as innovators, young innovators being more encouraged. The student internship program also was very highly focused, just like with Dell and LLF, on girl students. You had also focused on girl innovators, and we see those as shining bright in the student internship program. Student internship program, very well delivered by Capgemini, and you continue to support all of you partners. Let me add once again, all the partners who've supported us in sponsoring the prizes. I'll mention the names again, but Capgemini has also been one of those partners, in addition to Dassault Systems, AWS, CGI, and Dell as well, in terms of sponsoring the prizes. So thank you to all the partners for giving this another boost to the students. I know, like ma'am said, that the journey itself is the award. I cannot agree more to that statement. But there's always some fun in getting a prize. So we are thankful to all our partners for that. Over to you, Rimi, to share and address
Thank you,
students.
Dipali. Thank you. And I'm honored to be here and be part of this wonderful program and the wonderful journey. I also would agree with Dipali and Dr. Anjali that the process has to be empowering, and that it was. And that's why we are here today. And within Capgemini, we believe that more and more girls and women should come into the STEM field, STEM careers. And that's why our focus is on STEM education, tinkering, and coding. And more so, we want to get the fear away from the students of science and maths and come forward and say that we also can do this, and never feel that this is not something that girls can do. So that is something that through this program we have addressed the gender stereotypes, and as Dipali rightly mentioned, that we have till now mentored around 55 student teams, all girls teams. And it was a very pleasant surprise to see the enthusiasm and the excitement within the girls. And not only the girls, I would like to congratulate their teachers also, all the students and the teachers, the excitement that they showed and the enthusiasm. It is immense pleasure to be watching all these young innovators go through this journey. And I congratulate all of you. And I would say that as it is important to celebrate the success, it is also important to celebrate the failures. If you had not failed in doing whatever you are doing and improved whatever your prototypes or projects are, you wouldn't have been among the top 75. So it is equally important to learn from your failures and celebrate those also, And definitely, as Dipali said, that winning and getting a prize or a gift, that is definitely important for being more encouraged and for guiding you to the next phase of the SIP, that is the SEP. So I congratulate all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rimi, and the entire Capgemini team, Mr. Anurag, and everyone else involved in sponsoring these prizes for the students. It means a lot in also delivering a very good student internship program, helping, handholding our girl innovators, as well as all the adoption efforts. With that, I will move to Mr. Hemant Gadgil. Mr. Hemant, we've run two very successful seasons of student entrepreneurship program under the student entrepreneurship program, more specifically, Seed the Future Entrepreneurs program. And I'm very excited that we'll be starting soon the third season of that. And these students, these top 75 students, are actually going to top 75 teams, I'm sorry, are actually going to be participating in the student entrepreneurship program. Share with us some of your highlights from that journey. What do you think the students can look forward to? Because I feel, while I was saying that prizes matter, but I feel this is genuinely the biggest prize of all, that you get to be in SCP program.
Yeah.
I wish we had such programs when we were growing up. So it's a really a big opportunity and privilege for all students. I would encourage all students to, as we start communication of this, the top 75 teams, please give it your all. This is really going to be a life-changing opportunity for you. Share with us, Mr. Hemant, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, Dipali, absolutely right. Uh, I would say it's icing on the cake that the foundations, all these teams, they are going through with various programs which Atal Innovation Mission is running along with all the partners. And as Dr. Anjali mentioned, it's not just award or reaching particular milestone. The entire journey itself is so enriching, and it would definitely shaping their minds to be a innovator, to be an entrepreneur. And the Seed the Future Entrepreneur program would take you through the complete nuance of what a startup is. So all the schools who are part of this program, they work as a startup. You receive a seed funding like any startup. You are expected to identify a dream product. You have to design a dream product using a 3D digital design software. You have to manufacture it, and then you have to create a marketing campaign along with the product video, product brochure, and pricing strategy. So we take you through each of these through a structured training, hand holding, and for every school who is part of the program, we assign one to one dedicated expert from Dassault System who will help you in this, along with the champions and mentors coming from Atal Innovation Mission. So this entire journey would be very, very enriching for you. And if I have to summarize year 2022, for which we are going to have the finale on Saturday, on 24th June, it's been a very great experience for all of them. Uh, we had a national technology week in May, and 20 of these schools who were part of the program, they were invited to exhibit their innovation in this exhibition, which was inaugurated by our honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. And students got an opportunity to interact with him. And the students and teachers there, they said, Ki, oh, we got our prize because of this program, because of Atal Innovation Mission, because of the La Foundation. We got a chance to speak to our Prime Minister. That is the biggest award anybody can aspire to be at this young age. We also had our annual customer conference of Dassault System in September 2022, and our global chairman, Mr. Bernard Charles, so who had visited for this conference, he interacted with the schools who were part of this program. So we are trying to give you forum where you can showcase your work. So it is not just you're working within your own teams, that is important, but at the same time you need to have a forum at the national level and international level. And this is what we have been doing. And whatever we have done with these 100 schools in 2022, we won the best CSR impact award under education and skills development category. So it's a big testimony of what young kids they are able to do. So that's what the journey you will experience. And as Dipali ji said, that the prices is one part, but the top of this is this experience which will enrich you further. So I'm looking forward to have you in the program for season 2023, and we'll have a journey, very interesting journey together for the next 8 to 10 months.
Thank you so much, Hemanji, and the entire Dassault team, Dassault Systems, La Foundation Dassault Systems team, for doing two successful programs and a third one coming up soon. All the students who will be featuring in the top 75 teams will soon hear about the communication of how the next phase of the program will start. So it brings me to an important point here, that marathon, like we always say, is a journey. It is not a start or end. So when you submit your entries during your marathon and marathon cycle time, but just after you submit your entries, you would have realized you come into this journey of innovator program, you complete that, you get into student entrepreneurship program. But even after student entrepreneurship program, which is the next program for the top 75 teams, there are several opportunities and initiatives that keep on going. The mentoring and the relationship you would have built with your mentors along the two programs will stay with you, and I know that from many students and teachers, that that connection continues and that guidance continues. So it is really something that you can cherish for a very long period of time, not just during these programs and these engagements are going on. So I am now not going to hold back further, and we will share the results soon. But before I do that, just to avoid any confusion, let me once again say what results are we announcing. So we are announcing the ATL marathon results for 2021-22. This was the marathon that was launched with the theme of Strategy for New India at 75, to commemorate, celebrate the 75 years of India's independence. And because of India's independence year, 75 years of India's independence, we also initiated that we will have 75 top teams instead of the usual numbers of 30 to 50 top teams. So 75 top teams this year, to celebrate 75 years of India's independence. The themes were under Strategy for New India at 75, document by Niti Aayog, and the 4 strategy areas that were the themes under which students you would have innovated were healthcare and nutrition, education, energy and transportation, social inclusion. These were the 4 themes, and the top teams have undergone the student internship program. More than 400 teams, 425 to be specific, underwent 6 to 8 weeks program, student innovator program, with our corporate partners and incubation centers, ATL incubation centers. A huge round of applause and thanks to all of them, to all the corporate partners and incubation centers who have undertaken the student internship program for the top teams, 425 teams of the ATL Marathon 21-22. Now, today we are announcing the top 75 teams of those 425 teams who underwent the student internship program. So after your efforts in the student internship program, there was a second round of evaluation that was supported by all the partners who undertook the student internship program, and a combined score of your marathon as well as the student internship program has resulted in the selection of the top 75 teams for the marathon 21-22. These top 75 teams will now receive certificates, they will receive prizes which are sponsored by our partners very generously from AWS, CGI, Dassault Systems, Capgemini, and Dell. All of them have contributed towards the prizes, which are going to be digital devices. So teams, the top 75 teams, the top 50 teams will get one digital device per member and one STEM kit for the teams in the top 10 list. So there are several categories as well where we are um, giving special prizes. For instance, there are categories for children with special needs. There are categories for student teams from aspirational districts. We're also recognizing top teams from states which are not featuring in the top 75. The top 75 teams that we have today are from 21 states and union territories. 48%, almost 50% of these teams are from rural areas, and over 43% of these teams are from government schools. And like I said, 55% of the teams are all girls teams. From these top 75, these are the important statistics that I wanted to share with all of you. And of these top 75, top 50 teams get one digital device per member. They get one STEM kit for the team. And the top 51 to 75 teams, so the next 25 teams of the top 75, they get one digital device per team and they get one STEM kit per member. So those are some prizes that are sponsored, like I said, by AWS, CGI, Dassault, Capgemini, and Dell. In addition, like I said, there are some special categories. There are top 10 teams with children with special needs. So if you were a team that had included a child with special needs, and even if you're not featuring in the top 75, we're still recognizing the top 10 teams which had children with special needs basis your score in the SIP as well as the marathon results. So combined, you will be receiving one digital device for the child with special need. The child will get one digital device, one digital device for the rest of the team, and one STEM kit per team member. So those are the prizes for the special category where teams have children with special needs. There are also prizes for top 10 teams from aspirational districts. If you're not in the top 75, other than that, also there are top 10 teams that have been selected from aspirational districts to encourage and boost you further. Thank you for your participation. And we have one digital device per team for all these top 10 teams from aspirational districts and one STEM kit per member. We also have the teams which are not featuring. I said 21 states and UTs are covered in these top 75 teams. The other teams which were participating in the student internship program of the 425 teams, any state team which was in that, the top team per state will get, for the states which were not included in the top 75, only for them, they will get one STEM kit per team. Um, and a very, very special mention to a school with most entries in the top 425, which were selected after the marathon results and who underwent the SIP. We had 23 teams from one particular school. We had 4 teams in the top 75 from that same school, which is Excel Public School in Mysore. So a huge round of applause for this school, especially as the top school in terms of participation and winning numbers for their consistency and for doing well. I would like to say that there is a significant impact of ATL Sarthi program, which was also implemented by Excel Public School in the Mysore region. And because of that, not just that Excel Public School fared well in the marathon as well as featured well in the student internship program, but also many other schools. So around 20 schools in the region benefited from the ATL Sarthi program, which is a cluster-based monitoring program, was being driven by Excel Public School and its management to help handhold all other schools. So a hub and spoke type of model was formed, wherein in a cluster, these schools were supported to enhance their performance and participation in the Adult Tinkering Lab. And we see that turnaround in all the other schools thanks to the efforts by them. I encourage every school to take that initiative on their own. AIM has launched the ATL Sarthi cluster based monitoring framework. It's an initiative that will help us at a community level drive higher performance of adult tinkering labs, but we need all the support from the top performing schools. We need that support from district officials, from state education departments, and from our corporate partners to drive the ATL Sarthi cluster based monitoring framework. We have one successful example, but we know we can give many more such successful examples. So I'm calling out with this success story of Excel Public School and Mysore District ATLs to all the other districts and all other top performing schools, especially the 425 teams. You all are from schools that have done really well in the ATL marathon and in SIP. I'm sure you can handhold and support many more schools. Our team is here to help you in terms of taking the Sarthi program forward. If you need our help and guidance, we'll enable you to deliver that in that cluster and region. Let me say that Excel Public School also, because of this achievement, we want to recognize with one STEM kit. So we also will be sharing that with Excel Public School. And congratulations to everyone. Let us now unveil the results of ATL Marathon 21-22. So you can go to aim.gov.in, and along with all our partners, Dr. Anjali, Mr. Hemant, Miss Usha, Miss Rimi, and all the other partners who couldn't be here, along with all our partners, we congratulate all the students who've made it to the top 75 teams of the ATL Marathon. Please don't get disheartened if you're not in the top 75. Like we've all been saying, the journey is what is important. You've made it to top 425, or you participated in the marathon. You were amongst those 7,000 teams that participated in the marathon. It's not easy. There were more than 7,000 entries. Of those, 400 got shortlisted for SIP and now 75. But all of you did really well to be able to reach that stage where you are a marathon participant, you're already a winner. Where you're not a marathon participant, but you are active in your adult tinkering lab or are innovating, again, a great win for you. And there are many, many, many more opportunities coming your way. Every year, there are several initiatives and competitions. I know some fare well in some fare well in others, but for all others, tinkering and innovation in itself is so much fun, and the journey is fun. So I wish you all the very best. Continue tinkering and innovating in your tinkering labs. I congratulate all the teachers for their guidance, support, for really developing the future innovators of our country, and all the mentors for their support. All our corporate partners for driving these initiatives. With that, we will close this session. Any last words very quickly from Dr. Anjali, Mr. Hemant, Ms. Usha? Please go ahead if you want to congratulate the students.
I think it's absolutely amazing. And yeah, just best wishes for a great future ahead to every member and to every student. And yeah, the teachers, the leaders who guide our students and bring them to here, let's keep it growing. Let the tribe grow.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You're on mute, Mr. Hemant. Yeah.
Congratulations. I'm not able to switch on my video. So, however, congratulations to the teams, to all the 425 teams who have taken part. And I completely resonate with Dipali when she said that, I wish we could have been in school at this particular point of time. And I think everybody in our generation would be thinking the same, because the opportunities, the experiences that you are getting, it's unmatched. And I think you are very, very privileged. You're very, you have that in you. And I wouldn't call you as students anymore, because you are none less than problem solvers, innovators, you're entrepreneurs, you're problem solvers. And I think you are the generation that is going to change the entire world and put our country on the global pedestal. Adding to it, I also want to motivate you, encourage you by just giving you a small statistics the student innovator program and the student entrepreneurship program that were conducted in the previous years, we had about 14 student teams who just started the journey way back in 2019, who had become entrepreneurs for the first time and who had launched 5 market viable products, which is completely unheard of in the school ecosystem. We are not talking about just students, we are talking about innovators, we are talking about entrepreneurs at the age of 17 years, 18 years, 15 years, who have actually become an entrepreneur. And we've also had about 17 patents filed. I mean, think about students who are doing their PhD and their postdocs vying to get a patent developed for their solution. You have school children filing patents and getting them. This is no ordinary feat, and this is all possible because of the opportunity that has been provided by AIM. And I think we should all be grateful for this wonderful initiative of Atal Tinkering Lab. And let's all come together and take this forward and make this a huge, huge success. Congratulations once again to you all science enthusiast children.
Thank you so much, Ushaji. That was indeed very enlightening to hear some of those facts and figures. Thank you for reminding us those. Really makes it seem like such a long way we've come. Thank you.
Okay, so congratulations all the teams, and a lot many things are there on your way. Make good use of whatever opportunities you get, because participating into such program builds you, it develops you, and it will give you a 360-degree experiences which will be very, very worthwhile. Award is just outcome of it, but what you learn out of this entire thing is more important. So once again, congratulations, and all the best.
Thank you so much, Hemanji, and thank you to everyone for joining us for this YouTube live session today. A huge round of applause to the ATL team that works very hard and the entire AIM team that actually helps us evaluate, support the entire marathon journey. Special call out to Prateek Deshmukh, Suman Pandit, Tanvi, Shubham, and various other team members who've been instrumental in helping us get to this stage. It's a lot of groundwork, it's a lot of work in the background that is being done in monitoring, managing, coordinating 400 plus teams going through these SIP programs. All the prize related coordination, all the coordination which comes to the next phase of the program, and the marathon itself, every year coming up with creative ideas of themes and problem statements, and then the entire process of evaluating and managing that entire journey for the students. So great work by the ATL team. Thank you so much for all your efforts. And I want to thank all our students, our young innovators. I will not call you students, Usha ji's reminded me. All our young innovators, great job, and continue to innovate. Thank you for putting in your efforts and believing in tinkering labs and tinkering and innovation. With that, we'll close the session.
Thank you for your leadership, Dipali. The energy you bring to the table gets all of us going.
Thank you
So
so
thank
much,
you.
ma'am. I'm driven by all of you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And we'll see you again.